Here's what you missed on Phathead and Cande in the morning. Weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.
My Country 96.1, Phathead, Cande Roth. She is out today, back tomorrow, taking the extra day from her weekend. And today we're looking at a beautiful day. We'll spend a lot of the day in the 50s, but we get up to about 60. Sunshine, little breeze. It's fall-like, but sunny, and we are here for it and excited about it. Cande had her big gala she hosts every year for the Allison Whitney Foundation, somebody who was very close to her, a young lady who lost her life over 10 years ago already to a terrible, rare disease, and they raised a lot of money. Can't wait to hear all about it tomorrow when she gets back on the show. A couple of things from me over the weekend, which also I'll save the full details, but I'll get into a little bit. I know we had an exclusive screening of Taylor the Eras Tour back over a week ago, about 10 days ago. But I was not able to stay for the film, nor were my kids able to make the film. So I took them to Island 16 Cinema in Holtzville on Saturday late afternoon, early evening, and we watched the movie. I'm a Taylor fan, so I enjoyed it. I don't think it was like being there in the stadium. It's a little, you don't get the full ambiance of the crowd and being out there and 80,000 people and the whole thing. But it was good. It was good for the Taylor fan and for someone who was not able to make the show. Yes, it was good, and I'm sure it'll be hitting either Amazon or Netflix or one of these places. One of these streaming sites very soon after it leaves theaters in a couple of weeks. I think it still has this week and next week, and then it is gone. But I hope everyone had a decent weekend. Yeah, we got through a little rain and then some clearing yesterday, a very nice fall-like day yesterday, and we get more of that today. Quick note, we have a couple of shows on sale. Reminder, 2 big shows. Guys with Guitars, November 27th. We are almost a month away here. Mulcahy's with Brian Kelly of Florida Georgia Line. Low Cash, Kane and Smith. Josh Ross, Chase Beckham. We are excited. That is going to be a fun one. And our secret show, you don't know who's showing up until they show up on stage. December 15th at Mulcahy's. That is on sale. Grab those as well. Let's start with this. We got a bunch of stories for you today. How about the first guy to ever bungee jump? He made it through a full life of doing that and being an adventure seeker, and he did pass away peacefully in his bed over the weekend. His name was David Kirk, and back in the 70s, if you ever wondered how it came about, back in the 70s, he and his friends started a group at Oxford called the Dangerous Sports Club. And the first bungee jump happened 44 years ago on April Fool's Day, 1979. He was hungover, and he decided to do it. They tied together elastic ropes that were used to stop planes on aircraft carriers, and he jumped from a 250-foot bridge in England. 4 of them jumped, but David was the first. He did it in a tuxedo and top hat while holding a bottle of champagne. Now, they were all supposed to jump at the same time, but he found out later the others waited until David did it to see if he made it, and then they did it. Cops showed up. There was some story that they were going to be doing this. Cops showed up and arrested them afterwards. All they got was a fine, and they were let go. Since then, David went on to do other jumps from bridges, hot air balloons, never got rich off the idea. Another guy in New Zealand kind of ran with it and made a fortune off the term bungee jumping and all the adventure seekers. He says he was never in it for the money. He did other crazy stuff. He crossed the English Channel attached to helium balloons. He had this crazy side of him, I suppose. And a longtime friend said David created a high bar for stretching imagination and adventure, and he would even be shocked to find out that he passed away peacefully in his own bed, because he he would figure that would not be the case after all the chances that he took over the years. We have plenty to do this morning. 7:30 coming up, a special song for you. We will also get into a great story, and this will just prove how old you are. At 7:47, what is the new sign of dancing to show that you're old? If you dance a certain way, it shows that you are of a certain age, and we will get into that. There's a new trend going around. We'll also tell you about a Halloween display in Utah that did not go over well with some and a little better with others. We will jump into that in just a little bit. And what would you do if you were on vacation, came home, and your house was demolished to the ground? We will tell you that story coming up in the 8 o'clock hour as well. National days, good news stories as well today. And a beautiful day. We'll spend most of it in the 50s, be nice and cool and crisp. We'll get to 60 and sunshine today. Let's hit the roads, My Country 96.1.
Phathead and Cande in the morning, weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.